And now, it's Cooking with Kyle.
Hey everyone, the Fester here, and I think it's time to do another Cooking with Kyle episode. I've been going to the gym a lot, we've been eating healthy, and I'm going to make something a little healthier, a little more natural and organic. So let's find out what I'm making today. Alright, so here's all the ingredients. Yes, I'm making salsa. This is all just kind of thrown together. I don't actually have like different weights or amount of peppers I use. But if you want to follow my recipe, just save this video. Watch it, whenever you want to make your own. I'm going to make two different ones. I'm going to make a small batch of really spicy. Actually, I'm going to make a small batch of mild. And then I'm going to make just the rest of it hot. Which is why I got the habanero. The habanero and the jalapenos are going to be what makes it really hot. These are Habanero peppers. I mean, they're huge. This one's as big as my hand. Jalapenos, we're going to do some yellow onion. I get it chopped already because I'm just lazy. Garlic, some vinegar, and some fire roasted diced tomatoes. For this, we're going to need a blender. This is our shake blender that we do our protein shakes in for the gym. 2 bowls, one for one batch that's mild, one for the other that's spicy. Just a regular pot. I got the stove already on and hot and ready to go. And what I do is for each batch, let's say I have 8 peppers for the mild batch, I'll do 4 cooked. I'll kind of simmer them for about 20 minutes in the pot with vinegar and some hot sauce. And then I'll do the rest, the other 4 just fresh chopped up peppers. So it kind of gives it the flavorful cooked flavor, and then the fresh, non-cooked fresh pepper taste as well. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so first thing we're gonna do, a small batch of the mild. We're gonna do, let's do just one of the Habaneros, and we'll do 3 jalapenos, none of the habaneros, and then we're gonna do half a can of the fire roasted tomatoes and some of the onions. So with the onions, some of the fresh onions we're gonna cook, and then the rest we're gonna blend up fresh in the mix. So we got some onions in the pot. Let's go ahead and cut the stems off the jalapenos and the tail. And what I do is I usually just cut right down the center long ways like this. One of the peppers I'm going to leave the seeds inside because that's what kind of gives it the spice. So we're just going to make little slices here. Can't find my cutting board, don't know where it's at. So I'm kind of cutting into the countertop here, but it's all good. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and rake that into the pot. Get all the seeds out of there. Yeah, those seeds are really hot. So we'll slice those up too. So those will go in the pot. And I haven't put the pot on the stove yet. I'm going to do that when everything's ready. And then this one we're going to put in the blender cup to blend fresh. Get the seeds. Cut the tail. And if you want to get the seeds out, you just kind of cut this light green fleshy stuff out of the middle of the pepper, like that, and just slide it out. Some seeds are okay, it's alright to leave a little bit. We can leave these in bigger chunks, put them in the blender. So then we're going to do the Habanero. We'll do half the Habanero cooked, half the Habanero fresh. So we'll cut the top off of that. Here's all the seeds. And again, we'll cut the tail off. Cut this one the long ways, again, strips. And we'll cut 2 strips out of each half. So these we'll just cut up. The fresh portion we'll put in the blender. I'm going to go ahead and put half a can of tomatoes in. Because those I don't have to cut up. So, that half, And then these here we're gonna put in the pot to cook. Right. Oops. We're gonna take a little teaspoon of fresh minced garlic. So I'll take one of those, put it in the pot, and put a little bit in fresh in the blender. A little bit of vinegar, and also a little vinegar in the pot with the veggies. And then we're also going to do just a little splash of hot sauce. And Louisiana's good, it's cheap, it's hot, it's good. A little splash in the blender part, a little splash inside the pot. Alright, so I'm going to start simmering this. This is going to simmer about 20 minutes. And I'm going to go ahead and show you the blending of the fresh ingredients. So when you blend this, you don't want to do it full blast. You just want to do, I'll show you what I mean, where you just kind of go power off, power off, power off. I cannot think of the name of the word. But you just kind of do this. And that should be good. A couple times. It's still chunky. Let's do it one more time. Alright, so that's our fresh portion. We'll go ahead and dump that into the bowl. So there's the fresh ingredients from the blender. And we've got some simmering action going on here with the cooked ingredients. And I'll be right back with the cooked added to the blender, mixed with the fresh. Okay, so while I'm waiting for the mild salsa to simmer for 15 more minutes, I'm going to go ahead and cut up the rest of the stuff for the spicy salsa. So we got the same as before, we got the Habanero and the jalapenos. I'm going to cut those up and then I'll cut up the habanero. Okay, so these are the habaneros. They're not as hot as ghost peppers and the really bad ones, but these are pretty hot. They're real small. And I guess they do look about the same. I was thinking they looked a little different inside, but there's not as many seeds as the jalapeno or the Habanero, but it is spicy. So we're just going to cut that up into slices and add it to my fresh mix. I'm not going to do all of them. I'm going to do probably 6, just because I don't want to burn my mouth too bad. But we are going to try to get the seeds out, because those seeds will kick you over behind. So, yeah, see, my eyes are burning just standing over it, cutting these up. So, whew. We're also going to cook some of these in the cooked ingredients. So I've got all my cooked ingredients over here in the bowl. Everything cooked. I've already put that garlic, I already put some vinegar and some hot sauce. And I'm just ready on the habanero. And the mild salsa is just about done simmering over there. Once I add these habaneros to my fresh and cooked ingredients for the hot, I'll show you what's next for the mild. Okay, so there's my cooked ingredients for the mild salsa. They've been simmering for about 20 minutes. It's cooling down now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in another blender cup, chop it up like I did with the other, but I'm going to add it to the fresh ingredients, and then that mild will be done. But here's my spicy chili ingredients. That's going to be what's cooked. That's the mild. And yeah, let's see how it turns out. Alright, so I chopped up the cooked ingredients, mixed them with the raw, the fresh, mixed it all together. It's a little warm, we're going to let it cool down, and I'm going to finish my other salsa before we do the taste test. That's all my cooked ingredients. I'm going to cook down and simmer for 20 minutes for the spicy. You can see the habanero peppers in there and the jalapenos. Left a lot of the seeds for those in there because it's going to be spicier. And I went ahead and blended up the fresh I blended it a little finer because I like it more fine, but that's the fresh ingredients. Another thing I forgot to mention that you can do to kind of water it down or make it a little more soupy is tomato juice. So I add a little bit of that to each salsa. Chips we use, we've used different kinds before. The Tostitos Cantina, the new ones, are pretty good. They make the thin and they make the classic. But this On the Border brand is pretty good. It's a big, huge bag for like $2.98 at Walmart. They're corn and they taste pretty good. So that's what we're using today, but you can use any kind of chips you want. Alright, there's my cooked ingredients. What I'm going to do is add those to a blender cup, and add it to the other ingredients that I've already done that were fresh, and mix it all up. Alright, so there's all our ingredients mixed together. The blended fresh ingredients and the blended cooked ingredients. We're just going to mix it up real well, and it is pretty much ready to put in the jars. So let's go ahead and give these a couple taste tests. Alright, so we've got a mild and a spicy. The mild has no habaneros, the spicy has, I think I put 8 habaneros. So, we've got 2 chips. Sorry, jeez. 2 chips. Here's the mild, I already put hers inside a container. And there's the spicy, I still have to jar that up. That's a big batch, that's a good batch. That'll last me a couple weeks. So we're gonna go ahead and dip a little bit of the mild. Here we go. It's good, it's spicy. But it's not, I'll just say, Kaylee's gonna think it's spicy, but not as spicy as mine. It's good, it's got a good flavor, you can really taste the peppers in it, onions, you got a little bit of a crunch with the onions that are not cooked. But now it's time to try the spicy. Alright, so here we go. There's the spicy, mix it up a little bit. I'm gonna get a good helping. Alright, here we go. Spicy, but you can really taste the habanero. Really good flavor. Really, really good flavor. That habanero flavor is good. It's hot, so I'm gonna have some milk or something. But I love salsa. I love anything, you know, spicy or anything with salsa. It's really good. So this is just a cheaper way to get a really fresh salsa. Cheaper, fresher, and you can make it to your taste. You can put, you know, however many hot peppers you want in it or whatever. So I think that about does it. The spicy is still warm, so it's gonna be the best flavor when it's ice cold. You know, it's been in the fridge overnight. But hey, even warm, it's really good. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and as always, guys, thanks for watching.
This concludes Cooking with Kyle.